Mustachioed plumber Mario is returning to the SNES, but this time something is different. The Super Mario role-playing game, or RPG for short, places our hero in an isometric 3D world, which he must explore in order to find and rescue the long-suffering Princess Daisy. It should be out next summer.
Why mess around with train sets this Christmas when you can play with a whole transport empire? Transport Tycoon Deluxe is a revamped version of the classic Transport Tycoon, where you build and control fleets of trains, ships and planes in a bid to become seriously rich. Transport Tycoon Deluxe should be in the shops now.
The latest game to be dressed up in high-tech graphics is the royal and ancient sport of golf. Actua Golf on PlayStation features motion-captured sprites, accurate 3D scenery and a variety of surprisingly useful camera views. Actua Golf should be released next year.
And now for some more of this week's games releases reviewed by our expert panel.
The coolest sprite in history struts his funky stuff onto the Mega Drive and SNES this week in Spot Goes to Hollywood. Spot is thrown into the backlot of a movie studio where he solves puzzles, collects red spots, and all the while avoids the movie world's greatest baddies. This one's a sort of Terminator Spot. The game is also out on PlayStation and Saturn in early '96, but for now, here's Sally with the Mega Drive version.
This is a major improvement on the first one. It's been updated to make it more exciting, and the further you get into the game, the better it becomes. This is a haunted house level, presumably based on Ghostbusters. The game's really hard to control. It feels like the D-pad's reversed. The enemies, you can't shoot them from behind, you've got to face them, and it takes a lot of ammunition to kill them. There's a variety of levels, so there's something for everyone. This is the Indiana Jones level, which is very different from the other levels. You collect as many things as you can, and there are no bad guys to kill, which makes it a refreshing change. The name says it all. This is a cool game.
It may have a novel viewpoint for a platform game, but apart from that, there's nothing new at all.
For the first 5 minutes, this is quite a good game, but the gameplay is repetitive and it soon bored me.
The scores for Spot Goes to Hollywood, not a blockbuster I'm afraid, average 3s all round.
Victory Boxing is a new boxing beat-em-up for the Saturn. There's not a special move in sight, so strategy will prevail where slugging will fail. You can choose your fighter from a list of 11 or custom build your own. Either way, you have to beat 30 tough opponents to win the World Championship. Will it go the distance? Here's Ben the Basher.
Initially, this game seemed slow and boring, but after getting a few wins under my belt, I became a total addict. You've only got the basic moves at first. More powerful punching combinations like these only become available as you win more fights. As the champion, you not only win a shiny belt, but you can also access hidden characters like a boxing kangaroo, a chrome cyborg, and many others. Unfortunately, these can only be used in 2-player mode. If you're feeling confident, you can even tease and taunt your opponent. After persevering with the first few fights, I really enjoyed it. It's the most realistic boxing game I've ever played.
All the elements of this game are very atmospheric. The only problem is it's a little slow.
It's a superb alternative to your average beat-em-up. And the scores for Victory Boxing, a heavyweight 4 from the boys, but a middleweight 3 from the girls.
TV presenters don't come more polished than the one you're looking at now. I didn't write that bit, but if TV bigwigs get their way, human presenters could soon become a thing of the past. It's no secret that computer graphics have taken over the film world, but it's one thing generating a Jurassic dinosaur, entirely another to create an accurate computer-generated human being. The most human-looking computer-generated character so far was probably the entirely inhuman T-1000 from the movie Terminator 2. Actor Robert Patrick had to suffer for his art. He had a grid felt tipped on his body and was then filmed from lots of different angles. The results were used to generate a 3D computer model of his body that could be animated at will. Film graphics like those require very expensive, very powerful supercomputers, but now there's a system available that lets you animate characters in real time. First, you have to scan your character into the computer, anything from, I don't know, a reindeer to an alien like this created with computer graphics. But then the animation is all done, as Sonia is finding out, with spots.
Oh, yes, indeedy. These are reflective spots that can be detected by the headset. And as I move my eyes or my mouth, the movements are recorded into the computers. Now, we're going to need to bring the lights down so you can actually see the screen properly. Now, if you look in the screen, you can see the points, as I said, marked by the reflective spots on my face. And as I'm moving, so are they. So, for instance, that point there is my chin. My lips are here. These are my cheekbones. And those very uneven things up there are actually my eyebrows. So here's me as a megalomaniac alien. And if you add the right tape with the voice that you want, the effect can be quite convincing.
I won't stop until I control the whole universe.
Whoa, whoa, you can stop that there. You controlling the whole universe is a bit scary. Back here in the real world, well, almost. It's time for the last virtual Violet of the year with our top 10 games of 95.
At number 10 in my personal chart, it's Rapid Reload on the PlayStation, an old-style 2D shooter that laughs in the face of the 3D gaming revolution. Haha. Grinning away at number 9, it's Kid Clown in Crazy Chase, an interactive obstacle course on the SNES. Number 8 fuels my passion for bikes and brain teasers. Full Throttle on PC/CD. It looks dull, and if you play it, you'll become dull. But Mario's Picross makes its number 7 because it's more addictive than Tetris. Get out your tennis rackets and your virtual picks and strum along to my number 6. It's Quest for Fame on PC/CD, a Popstar-style jam-em-up to the musically challenged. At number 5, Uni-Rally on the SNES. It's totally unique. Well, if you know of any other sideways scrolling stunt unicycle race games, just let me know. Those gormless green-head rodents get a look in at number 4 in 3D Lemmings. Once you get your head around the camera angles, it's superb. And now, the top 3. At number 3, the most fun I've ever had wandering around a bizarre land with an army of talking animals, Soleil on the Mega Drive. Taking over the world at number 2, Command & Conquer on PC/CD. The perfect blend of action, strategy, presentation and distraction. And for the big number 1, it's Yoshi's Island on the SNES. Okay, I cheated a bit. It's not actually out in the UK just yet, but I bought it in Japan when I was over there filming for Bad Influence. It's absolutely fantastic, and I haven't been able to put it down since. See?
Hey, Bob, is it cold out there?
Now, Christmas is traditionally a time of gathering around a glowing TV, joypad in hand, making merry with your favourite video games. So in order to assist with your electronic festivities, we've come up with a Bad Influence guide to the best places to get your Yuletide consoles.
If you're hoping for, or lucky enough to be expecting, a Super Console, tell Santa the best place to get a PlayStation with one joypad and a demo disc is Toys R Us, who sell it for £287.99, £12 cheaper than anywhere else. The Saturn is £299 in most stores, but Game offer a special pack featuring Victory Goal, Daytona USA, and an extra pad for £379, a saving of £35 on buying the game separately. And if you're looking to trade up, Electronics Boutique, the new name for Future Zone, will give you £100 off either Super Console if you trade in a Mega Drive or SNES with 10 games.
But remember, there's a lot of life left in the SNES and Mega Drive. Each can be found bundled with lots of games this Christmas. The best SNES offer we found is at Argos, packaged with Super Metroid and 4 Mario games for $94.99. Or if you're a Mario addict, Dixon sell it with all 5 of his classic platform adventures for $99.99. At Electronics Boutique, the Mega Drive comes with 6 games, including the classic Golden Axe and Collins for $89.99, while Games sell it without any software for $54.99.
For more Christmas console bargains, check out the Bad Influence Worldwide website. The address comes up at the end of the programme. Now, we've no competition this week because it's the last show before Christmas, but last week's competition was for a Saturn and 46 games. Some now, some next year when they're released. The competition question, how many moons orbit the planet Saturn? The answer is 17, and if this is your name on the screen now, congratulations, you're a Bad Influence winner.
10 runners-up get Bad Influence Bad Crew t-shirts, and your names are running across the screen now.
Just before we go, a date for your diary, 20 to 5 on Tuesday the 2nd of January is the time for the Bad Influence Review of the Year. Join us, we'll have celebrity game reviewers, bands in the studio, and even computerised jugglers.
We'll see you then. Have a lovely Christmas.
Have a nice Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I grant you one wish for Christmas. I want to be back in civilization.